Hey everyone, welcome back to Grumpy Monkey Technical Trading. My name is Michael. On the program today, we're going to be doing another BanaRama, so taking a look at some of the stocks that Mad Money's Lightning Round rated with positive feelings. I'm not going to take a look at them, all of them though, like last week, mostly because I wasn't even sure if I should do a show this week with how things have been going on the market, and with China and with the prospect of even further falling next week seemed like a bad opportunity to take a shot at possible buys. But realistically, let's take a look at some of the ones he had some good feelings about. Maybe we can look for when is a good turnaround point. And so stay tuned. All right, let's start it off with BP. Kramer says, if oil breaks through 40, everyone's in trouble, and that he talked to the Fibonacci Queen, Carolyn Borden, and that the stock is nearing a buy signal. And he's underwater in his charitable trust, but he's not selling. So I would agree. I think that we're headed towards a support line here defined earlier in 2013. I think we're starting to see some oversold signals here in the RSI. I would look for that to curl back a bit though if we were truly nearing a reversal. But I could see probably a little more of a dip this week and then a short-term bump up to 34 depending on what happens with China and everything. Stochastics indicating very oversold. CCI is not turning around and heading positive, which is something that you want to see if it is a buy signal. Ultimate Oscillator, again, also just a very sharp slope, not turning around. MFI is similar. So I would expect probably another week of hardship and then probably a buying opportunity, at least in the short term. Shake Shack. Kramer says that it's overvalued, but if you like it, you like it. Personally, I've never tried their food, and I love burgers, so I'm just curious. Does their food match their hype? Because the hype machine is so high, I just don't know if the quality's there. Put it in the comments if you tried it. For the chart, there isn't a lot of data to analyze. You can basically argue that it's dropped out of this channel here, and that is never a good thing. So if it doesn't come back in very quickly, Shaq could be in trouble for a little while. General Dynamic, GD, Kramer says that he likes it. What a quarter. He says that a lot of people got caught shorting it. If they shorted it last week, they probably made out with a good bundle of money though, as it dropped 4% overall for the week, based on some of the China news. You can see though that really nothing's to worry quite yet. None of the moving averages have crossed over. This main support line is still intact. I would expect that we're probably heading there this week, certainly, and perhaps the secondary resistance point as well is in danger of being touched. But overall, just a general good positive trend. So if you like General Dynamics, I don't think you have anything to worry about so far. Infinera, INFN, Kramer says that it's a good digital equipment provider, but he wants a yield and he wants it to have a stable base. So right now there's no yield, so no dividend. And you can see here that it has been in a good upswing, which is positive. It's currently resting on its 20-day moving average, and as well as the 50% Fibonacci diagonal that I drew here. You can also see that there's this support line that coincides with the lower Fibonacci line as well. I think based on this large candle, based on the trouble in China, that we're probably going to head towards this candle. So I would say that if you're looking for it as a positive stock, wait. If you're looking to short it, it could be a good opportunity. Tractor Supply Company, TSCO. Kramer says that the supply is constantly jammed. It's a nice realtor, and to stick with it. This is a nice demonstration of Fibonacci lines, actually. If I drew the top one here and the bottom one here, you can see really nice support and resistance here on the 50 line. So resistance, then it provided a support. So that really confirms this pattern in these support lines here. We also have a top support line, which also intersects the bottom here. So I would expect that though the company may be a good stable company, the stock itself is going to go down and it's going to test some of these Fibonacci support lines. So be wary. 3M. I remember the first time I heard about this stock and I was like, I wonder how they're going to represent a number in a stock symbol. And then I saw M, 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 and I was like, perfect. So for Kramer, he says that Ian Thulin did a good job. They missed on their quarter and the chart is horrible, but Kramer owns it, not selling it. We'll go down farther and they'll try and buy farther down, and I would agree with that. If I go back 4 years of data, just over 4 years, there's a nice support line here in dark blue that we are approaching. But if you look at the hammer candles here and where the lows were, we can draw another support support candle, which coincides with the Fibonacci fan of most of that time period. And so I would be looking at kind of in this area for when we're hitting kind of a lower point. Our RSI is dipping down into oversold. The stochastics are in oversold. The CCI hasn't turned around yet, which is generally an indicator of when it's about to go positive. Ultimate oscillator and money flow index all oversold. So I would be looking for it maybe temporarily to hit into this 138 region. So headed down, but overall not too bad. Express Scripts Holding Company, ESRX. Kramer says that he likes it, but it has to go lower and that there's time to wait. I would agree, it's got some time to wait as well. If I draw the fib fan lines here, you can see that we've formed a nice channel where we've contained the top and the bottom. So those are your support and resistance lines, I would say, for this stock. And we're headed towards the lower one. We also have this nice support line defined over the 3 or 4 years across these few peaks and this bottom out here. So somewhere in this range is where we're looking probably for a slowdown as it meets resistance. So if you're interested in shorting it, this is a good opportunity, although I expect it'll probably go down quite a bit. All right, that's our show for today. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel. I plan on having a lot more out, hopefully in better market conditions than what is currently going on. I also plan on having some videos out here on Roth IRA, some good trading strategies for that. So have a great week. Hopefully it won't be too painful, and I'll see you again soon.